Good morning. Yeah, it's nice weather here for February. Very little snow left. It's I don't know, it's like about 5, 6 degrees above. Hands don't get cold, anything. It's been like that this winter. Pretty nice. Anyways, we're gonna talk about a little trip we're gonna make tomorrow, and I'm sitting on the trailer. Dave's coming tomorrow morning, hook up to this trailer, and we're making a drive. Now, the title of this video on YouTube, it's going to say exactly what I'm going to get, and it does need a car trailer. I mean, I could drive it, but no, we're gonna put it on a trailer. And the reason for that is the mountain passes are all snowed in right now, even though there's no snow down here and it looks really nice. Mountain passes aren't quite that nice. So it's better to put this the vehicle we're going to be picking up on the trailer, bring it home. Dave and I have made a lot of trips in the 10 years that this trailer's belonged to the ABH car sales. I borrow it. Kenny's pretty generous. He lets me use it. We've used it a lot. We've gone my utility trailers, both of them went on this when we moved back from Drumheller. Dave and I have also been on trips down to Vancouver, for crying out loud, to pick up things. The Okanagan, bringing back vehicles countless times. So this this trailer's seen a lot of miles. It's had the bearings rebuilt on it once already, and it's only 10 years old. It was, anyways. When I picked it up just now, I had to fix a few things. It was the hook missing from the chain, and the breakaway cable was obviously something had come apart on it. So I fixed it up. And also, it was really dirty. I mean, it looks dirty now, but it was even dirtier. I gave it a bit of a bath tomorrow. I could do that because it's not freezing out. So, anyways, I just wanted to make this video before. This is the day before I'm gonna leave. Tomorrow morning, bright and early, we'll be hitting the road. When I come back, I'll show you what I got. Okay, well, here it is. Neighbor's driveway. He wanted me to park something here, so I did. And yeah, it came back from Creston. It was pretty dirty. I had to give it a little bit of a bath there. But no, it's fine. So here's the deal. We got a 1988 Cavalier Z24 convertible with a lot of kilometers on it. Now, I don't know. For the 36 years, if you do the math, the 342 would be, yeah, would be normal. It would be expected, right? And but mechanically, I just parked it here. I went for a little drive down to the border and back, and it steers fine. It stops good. The motor runs pretty good. I mean, the gauges all work. Turn signals, all the lights work. I tried all the lights, and they all work except for that marker light is out. And there may be a couple of lights on the dashboard, indicator lights, that maybe the bulbs are burnt out. But all the interior lights work. So, you open the door, and yeah, anyways. So, top's a little rough. It's got a couple of rips, one on this side, one on the other side there. There's places where it is showing its wear and tear here, and places where it's not fitting. It's, somebody's tried to staple it into place here. I don't know what that's all about. And cosmetically, that's the problem with this car, is the paint. It's been touched up. This looks like this is original paint here, and then you get down here and you can see, I don't know, if I get real close you can kind of see it's a spray bomb, you know, and there's a lot of spray bomb roughness here, being, you know, touch up jobs and stuff like that. And then here you can even see where it's peeling off, and there's actually quite a few places on the vehicle where it's peeling off, and this feels like sandpaper, believe it or not. It's like, it's bad. So the poor car, right here you can see the original paint, and it's nice, it's got a clear coat on it, but there must have been something wrong with it. And at 36 years old, okay, I get it, you know, I get it. There's a bit of right down to the primer right there. That's probably one of the worst places. There's some spider cracks on the plastic. This is like plastic here. This hood is a composite material. It's like fiberglass composite. They were doing that in the 80s. So you can see that all needs to be sanded down. You know, really, there's no big dents or damage to the car at all. I didn't get it real clean, did I? All the emblems and decals are still on there. There's actually no decals. They're all emblems. The tires are fair, I would say. Yeah. And those are, of course, the rims off of like a 93, we figure. 93, not an 88. They're 15, and that's because they went up to 15-inch, which is that I don't mind that, because you can buy 15-inch tires, but you can't buy the 14-inch anymore. Like, I haven't. Every time I did a search for 14-inch tires, I wasn't finding anything. So yeah. Oh, things like, you know, this needs to be repainted. Oh, it looks like they did some touch up here. Yeah, you can go all the way up anyways. Whatever. Miller Glass, Fernie, BC. Okay, so this car came from Elkview, or Elk Ford, way up in the valley where the coal mines are. So this belonged to heavy duty mechanic. He worked at the coal mines. Long retired now, and you know, getting on his senior years there. So yeah. Oh, and I do see a crack in the dashboard right there, and another tiny one there. So we'll have to catch that. VIN number was correct and everything, and the windshield isn't bad. There's no cracks in the windshield. The wipers work. The horn, I just tried the horn too on my little drive there, and it works too. I mean, things are starting to show their age. There's the other patch. So there's when the roof bloody crows, when the roof folds up, there's this little thing that folds here, and it's what's damaging the roof. I'm pretty sure of it. So anyways, may need a new roof. There's lots of gaskets missing. I swear there must be some kind of gasket in here that's not here. The convertibles are different from the sedans and the Cavaliers because they do have the frameless windows, right? So that's a frameless window. Okay. The interior, hey, the floors are solid. In fact, the only rust I found on this vehicle is on the other side, on the underneath on the rocker. There's some surface rust where the paint is flaked off. So other than that, you know, if you look at the doors, there's some surface rust here too. So it would be in my best interest if this thing is to be, you know, kept and restored and whatnot, to actually remove the doors, take them apart, grease all the mechanism for the window is slow. By the way, this car is equipped with power windows and power door locks. So yeah, and that all works. This morning I put a new battery in the car. The battery had been sitting for years, and actually this car did sit for I'm gonna guess minimum of a year and a half, but I think more like 2 years, with nobody driving it. So at the son's house. So anyways, these seats aren't the original seats. They would have had that kind of pattern to them there, the middle. These are out of I don't know, like he said, a Sunfire or something like that. Anyways, they fit, but they're not the original seats. So let's see. Let's have a look see here inside. Okay, there we go. Dashboard. Yeah. Good thing, you know, some of these convertibles in '88 came with a digital dashboard. They were experimenting, and I'm glad they didn't experiment on me, because apparently they failed a lot. So I'm glad to have the analog gauges on here. There's all the gauges you'd ever need, right? There's your temperature gauge, your oil pressure gauge, your voltage, and of course your gas gauge. And I put 30 liters in today, and look at that, it's at 3/4. So I know the gas gauge is working, and the speedometer and the the RPM tachometer works as well. The idiot lights come on when you stick the key in there. Here's where the grandpa modifications happened here. I guess this is for the roof. Okay, it is a hydraulic operation for the roof. There's a pump back there, and 2 hydraulic cylinders on either side. He's got this here, but there used to be a toggle switch, and well, probably broke. And when you really look at how chintzy the switches and stuff are, you know, like, yeah, not my favorite. The heater's working. Apparently the air conditioner works too, because it's been all refilled. You can tell under the hood. This is a piece of junk. It's a Panasonic with a digital display on here and a touch screen. Oh my god. And it's from the early 2000s, so it's 26 years old, this thing. So, but it is a CD player, and they didn't have CD players in the vehicles in '88. They just had it would have had a cassette player in it, anyways. And I believe these are DIN and a half, we call it. Okay, so this is a single DIN here, but they've put in an adapter there to yeah. This is a really look at that. It pulls out on the whole dash part there when you pull it out. This is an ashtray. Yeah, well, we won't be using that. But there is a power point here. Look at that. Look at that cigarette lighter. Yeah, that's a power. I'm not going to be pushing the cigarette lighter in there. Automatic, of course. Parking brake, which works. So, like I said earlier, the car mechanically seems to be in really good shape. And lo and behold, I think I already did a picture of this on the blog. There's the Cavalier, the owner's manual, and you can see under there the light is on. Yeah, it's all here. This scared the shit out of me. Here, sorry. Yeah, that's something I don't like. That means they had a remote start in here at one time, and so I'll be tracing that down and taking it out. That's for sure. If this is a vehicle that you drive in the summer only, what the hell would you need the remote start for? I have no idea. So, and there's a mystery switch here. I don't know what it does. I remember looking under the hood there, and by the way, the motor's nice and clean. I could show it to you. Anyways, there's a coiled up bit of wire under there, so anybody's guess what that might have been. Don't know. You know, I mean, things look not too bad in here. It really needs a detailing, 100%. You know, there it says it's Z24 on the wheel there. Oh, the horn button's crooked. It needs to be turned. Anyway, headlights are over here. Dash dimmer here. And it's funny that that doesn't turn on the... anyway. Well, I guess the door's open, so... yeah. Okay. So there's a lot of stuff that works, but it doesn't work 100%. Like some dim lights from maybe poor ground, or just the light socket itself is probably a little bit corroded or whatnot. I'm gonna totally expect stuff like that. This mirror has like reading lamps under it and stuff like that. Oh, sorry, I forgot to bring the camera up there. The mirror has reading lamps underneath it, and I guess if you turn them on, they will. I don't know if they shut off. No, just reading lights under there. That's all. Yeah. Anyways, the trunk is look here. I'm gonna open it for you. Look at this remote button. There we go. How's that? How's that for convenience, eh? Yeah. So cruise, tilt, and tunes, eh? So I took the cover out of here. That was, you know, there's a, it's like a cardboard or hardboard cover in here with the carpet and stuff on it. And I find that this is really dirty in here. That is a mini, you know, the little mini spare, a little bit of rust on. I think that's original. You know, so there's a little bit of surface rust and stuff in here. This is all scratched up from loading things in and out of the trunk. Spare serpentine belt. This goes on there to hold the, yeah, and there's the jack. It's a little rusty too. So yeah, there's the pump for the top. Yeah, nobody had a stereo back here. Like, there's no sign of a CD changer or anything like that. In fact, there might even be some of the panels missing from here. No, maybe not. I think this is just the way the trunk was, with just some carpet, you know. Anyways, and these pieces here were in here, and I don't even know where they go. Anyway, we'll sort that stuff out. Now, because there's taillights in the... Oh yeah, look at that. The light works when you open the trunk. I guess that's a mercury switch, eh? I don't know. Anyways, not sure if that's a mercury switch or it's got a push button somewhere. But anyways, this trunk lid is not the correct or original trunk lid for here. I can tell because it was red at one point. They took it off, they painted it the best they could, but they couldn't get it all painted, you know, because it's a two-piece. And the other thing that I recognize here is the fact that this spoiler was red. Okay, you know, some of the paint has come off it, and this isn't the correct spoiler either. Oh, here you can just see the little bit of red there. The correct spoiler is much narrower, and it has those rubber things that go on the hood here for, it's a fake luggage rack kind of a thing, you know. So yeah, anyways, you know, it's all here, it's all working. All the lights work, like I said, except for that one there. Locking gas cap when I have the key for it, because I just fueled it up today. These kick panels, or whatever you want to call them here, are in nice shape. So yeah, hey, I know what I'm going to do. I think I'll just pause you for a second and then open the hood up for you. Okay, just hang on. Okay, we're back here. That's for the remote start. That's one of those, you open the hood, you can't, you know, if somebody's going to open the hood and try to hot wire the damn thing then, or something, then it's still, that cuts off the remote start. Now, here's this coil of wires here that I see with a fuse. I have no idea what that's about. Yeah, it's got two connections there. So, yeah, I don't know. Don't know. Did he have fog lights on the front? Heck no, I don't know. Anyways, this little light here is not working. I did notice that too. So that could be bad ground, or if it's on a mercury switch, or if it's on some other type of switch, then I'm going to have to sort that out. It's kind of not really needed. Anyways, welcome to the 2.8 multi-port fuel-injected motor, V6. This is why we figure the AC works, because that's all new. And I mean, like, quite new. The evaporator there. And, yeah. So, now, it's not as clean under here as I would like to see it, but it's totally functioning. I have checked oil, I've checked the power steering fluid, the transmission fluids back there. We sampled all of that. It is good. Somebody kept it up. Valve covers not really leaking anything. And oh, by the way, this car was sitting for 2 days on the trailer when we got back. Well, 1.5 days actually. Okay. Did not drip anything on the trailer. And when I was buying the car, we had it running for it long enough for it, because the battery was low, we didn't want to stop it. So I had it running for at least 15-20 minutes, so it had completely warmed up, and then we drove it on the trailer. And then it came here, and then it sat on the trailer for another day and a half, and no leaks underneath. Like, nothing dripped onto the trailer. Nothing. So I'm totally believing that this thing was looked after. Now, there was something here, eh? Look at that. Whatever it was cut off. Well, here's the builder tag right here with the VIN number on it and everything. Okay, and the paint code is right there. Yeah. There's the emissions hose routing. Yeah. And you can see this is here's the air cleaner here, and then it gets its air from the hood. So it's like they called it like induction or whatever it is. Anyways, this thing here sits and meets up with that, and yeah, pretty good. So yeah, that's definitely gotta be straightened out and stuff. Yeah. Anyway, this thing here, it's pretty stiff. Well, I guess it has to be stiff, but anyways. So that's that. It does look like there's no way the strut is original. It's definitely. I think a lot of things have been done. I do know that there's coolant in there. I do know that the transmission was replaced at some point, probably years ago. And when I took it for a drive, it is smooth. Transmission shifts through all the gears like it's supposed to. So no issues there. Anyways, you know, for what I paid for it, I think I did pretty good. You know, I paid the kind of money that you would buy something that you couldn't drive. So that's all I'm going to say about the cost of this car, is that normally for what I paid for this car, you wouldn't get a run and drive car. And this one definitely run and drives. It probably is a more than run and drive. So the problems here are the cosmetics, and that is the ugly paint job and the peel and paint here and there, and the fact that the top and some of the weather stripping is definitely in hurting condition here. So which tells me it could leak in the rain. You know, like I think of this as a potential leaking place. Yeah, but I don't see any damage inside, like water stains or water damage. So anyways, We'll see. We'll see. Anyways, that's my little video on the introduction to this car, and I'm not going to be spending any time on it yet. It'll be months down the road there. So I don't even have the real insurance on it or anything. I just have it registered in my name, but I don't have any insurance. But I found out today what the insurance costs. It's not much. So anyway, okay, we'll catch you later.